So you're doing that perfectly. I've just pressed record, so I'll just explain that again. So when you're doing it, you're doing 2 down strums, and then you're doing a 3rd down strum, but not hitting the strings. So it's a ghost down strum. So down, down, ghost, up, down, down, ghost, up, down, down, ghost, up, down, up. Yeah? And then we are doing 2 strums on A, and then 2 strums on the 2-finger G. So it sounds like this. Down, down, ghost, up, down, up. A, G.
Right, okay.
Do your best shot. You can try it a little bit slower if to start off with. Try it about half that speed. So try it about this speed. Down, down, ghost, up, down, up, A, G, G. About that speed. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Going to pour now.
Yes. Yeah, man, that sounds really good. Don't deny it, Rosemary. Don't deny it. It sounds good. That's okay. That sounds great. So I'll show you the full thing then. So we're going down, down, ghost, up, down, 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 ghost, up, down, down, ghost, up, down. And start again. Down, down, ghost, up, down, up, A, G, G, D. Start again with D. So there's a lot of D in this song and not much A and G, but that's just the way it is. Go for it, man. Add three times of D. So you're missing out the easiest bit. So we've got this, and then we just stick on D, A, G, D, D. So we do D, the down, down, ghost up, down, up 3 times.
I'm doing the D 3 times.
Yeah. So we do it once at the start. And then you do it 3 times.
3 times.
Cool. I think when you speed it up, you lose the ghost strum. Like you start rushing it too much. So I would do it a bit slower and really try and make that third strum normal. Yeah, apart from the fact you're not hitting the strums. Because a lot of times this is happening. And then you're trying to get, so you want to get that as smooth. Bam, 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 bam. You go for it. So just to remind you, 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. Okay, let's pause that for a second because I'm scared that you're gonna get out of the habit of doing the ghost thing which you had. So we don't want this. We want to keep that hand just going smoothly, okay? So to do that, let's just kind of totally relax. Just, some breathing through the nose, out through the mouth sort of thing. And we'll just pop our fingers gently on here. And we're going to start off by just strumming on every beat. So we're just 1, 2, 3, 4. And what I'll do is I'll mute you just because of the lag. Okay, cool. So just follow me. So 1, 2, 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So imagine your arms just like a cog in a machine or something like that. It's an automatic hammer. A pendulum. A pendulum's there. So you're kind of just going 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going all the way down, all the way up. Okay, now we're going to put a ghost in beat 2. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, ghost, 3, 4. Let's try that together after 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, ghost, 3, 4. 1, ghost, 3, 4. 1, ghost, 3, 4. 1, ghost, 3, 4. Now we're going to put the ghost on 3 instead of 2. 3, 4. 1, 2, ghost, 4. 1, 2, ghost, 4. 1, 2, ghost, 4. Okay. And now we're going to start to bring in the strumming pattern. So we're going to put in the ghost on the 3 still, but we're going to go up, down, up after it. So that would sound like this. 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. So all we're doing is imagine like the needle on a record player. So you're getting it in the grooves when you're strumming, and then when you're not, you're just lifting it off slightly so you don't hear the music. That might help in terms of kind of just picturing it. Let's try it again. So I'll give one more example. So we've got 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. So the up, down, ups, even though they sound more complicated, shouldn't really be any more complicated. You're just bringing that needle closer to the record so it hits the strings. Let's do it. So 3, 4. 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. 1, 2, ghost, up. Keep it going. Ghost, up, down, up. Okay, how was that? Was any of that helpful?
I think so. You know, in my head what to do. It's just getting the hands to do what my head wants it to do.
Yeah, sometimes it's just a case of like finding the right visualization or just finding something that kind of works for you. I hadn't really thought about it as a record player before, but that just came to me.
Skipping the beat.
Okay, so let's hear the 1, 2, ghost, up, down, up. Then you go for it. Yeah, lovely, man. So the D sounds great now, and most of the time you're just about catching the A, but we want to work on that a little bit. So this pendulum, this record needle pendulum, can't stop. So like if you're changing to the A, it doesn't matter if your fingers aren't getting there in time, that hand needs to keep going. So if you're doing 1, 2, goes down, down, up. This hand just needs to keep doing its thing. If you catch a strum on transition, don't worry about it. You know, you just try and get it somewhere in between, and then the next time you play it, you can bring the pace down just a little bit. Okay, take it away. Take it slower than you think you need to do it. Okay, bring it down, play it slower. See how slow you can play it. I'm thinking maybe about this speed. The reason I'm always saying slower is because the connections in the head are gonna happen a lot quicker if you play it slowly, because it's more likely you're gonna be playing it right and it will kind of spark off. So, but if you're doing it quickly, it can cover up lots of mistakes. But if you're doing it slowly, it doesn't. So it's a bit harder. Go for it. That's okay. Okay, cool. That was great. It's really good. So the only thing that isn't quite there is the D to A change. So let's not worry about getting everything right, because we know you can play it right. I want you to put all of your focus on not stopping your hand when you move to A. So when you're doing the A, keep that hand going. So if the other stuff buzzes or whatever, doesn't matter. What we're working on at the moment is that change to A. So bang, two, go, stop, down, up, down, down. It can't be a pause. It can't be. Oh, I did it wrong there. Bam, bam, down. Because what's happening is this, and then you're starting again. So we want to keep the piston going. That's okay, don't worry. That's okay. So maybe say it. Goes. Sorry. 1, 2. Go, stop, down, up. Much better. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So don't worry about, like, if anything else is wrong, don't worry. The only thing you want to worry about is that change to A at the moment. So if you get that right, that's the win. So bam, 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 bam. Cool. Take it away again. Let's hear it. No, you come in the right time though, so that's good. Perfect. Don't worry, you got it absolutely perfect a couple of times there. That's really, really good. That's what you want, and that's transferable to anything. So like when you're playing, if you want to practice between your C and your G, go, stop, down, up, down, down, go, stop, down, up. It's probably the most common strumming pattern used in songs. Hundreds of thousands of songs will use that. You know, they'll probably accent it a little bit different, so it doesn't sound like, you know, they might go like, but it's still down, down, go, stop, down, up. So well done, that's sounding really good. So to give this song its kind of character, you don't strum all the strings all the time. So there's a difference between this and this. So we kind of start with the 4th and 3rd string. So it's a kind of mini strum. In fact, let's not worry about that too much actually, because it brings in another technique that we don't have time to. Yeah, so palm. So yeah, so still actually just do it how you're doing it at the moment, so you're getting the full strums.
Sorry, getting away, carried away.
That's okay. Keep that. Remember that go strum there. 1, 2, go, stop, down, up, A, G, G. 1, 2, go, stop, down. That's fine, don't worry. Just strum whatever you've got.
Maybe I should forget this pick. I'm not quite mastered that yet, so it's...
That's okay.
I feel as if I'm...
So what... Yeah. So that's great, Rosemary. I think that's sounding really good. Genuinely, it's really coming together. That I think definitely don't get too focused on it sounding right. Focus more on the technique of it. So I would suggest really practicing that. 1, 2, go, step down, up, and have your hand going before you even start. So you're in the kind of vibe of it. Because it might seem like you can do this, and you'll be fine for maybe 2 or 3 rounds, but it's much more likely that you'll get the rhythm wrong if you do that, you know, for a full song. Or say if you're going, like I could probably do that, but it's because I'm, you know, very used to the rhythm. But if you keep your hand going like that for pretty much all songs, it's going to keep the rhythm consistent all the time, because you're basically your own metronome. So I'm doing loads of different strumming patterns, but my arm is just coming down when it needs to, lifting up when it doesn't. Yeah?
Right.
So great technique just to keep going at that and take it much slower than you think you need to. So like kind of do it slowly and then then try and do it slower than that, and you'll notice that you'll get it much quicker than if you tried to do it fast lots of times, and it'll be much less frustrating as well, because you'll be able to think ahead of what's coming up. So yeah, so maybe practicing that song at the speed. Goes up, down, up, A, G. Thinking about going back to D. So now, when you slow it down, you've got more space in between to be like, okay, what's coming up? When's the ghost strum? You know, if you're doing it fast, the ghost strum's there before you can even think about it.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, that, I mean, even if you're just, I wouldn't stick with just A, D, A, and G. I would put it with any chords. Practice that strumming pattern, just keep that, just kind of like wind yourself up and then just pick any chords. Because that's the basis of everything, you know, when you're doing strumming, it's just about picking when you're strumming loads of stuff. You know, it's all just the same thing. Cool. That makes sense. Brilliant. So over the week, really try and nail down that strumming pattern and specifically that song, and then also go back to that previous video and make sure you're practicing those changes, because that's more of a get your fingers around it sort of song there, because the changes are quite complicated.
Practicing my chord progression just to get me used to the change.
Yeah. Absolutely. And if you're feeling confident, like go back into, you know, maybe try and get some bits of that, because it might make more sense now. But if it's frustrating, just leave it and we can go back to it.
See the bit in sitting on the dock of the bay, you know, when we go from after we've done the last and we do the
yep.
Chord again.
And then you're onto your B7. So the kind of triangle. And then you had the C.
I couldn't remember, and I thought, and I looked at the sheet, you know, that you had, and I thought, wait a minute, I'm not sure if I had it right. I knew it didn't sound right, and I thought, that's not it. That's not it.
No worries, man. Right, I've got to shoot to my next student, but I will see you next week, Rosemary. Good to see you.